This fruit bread contains loads of juicy fruits and it is deliciously flavored with aromatic spices and it looks beautiful and smells amazing. It's so easy to make as we don't need to knead the dough, and this is one of the best breads with which we can make a delicious French toast. So in this video, let's see how to make this wonderful fruit bread in 5 simple steps. So as the first step, let's prepare the bread dough. Into a bowl, I'm adding some lukewarm water, water which is not cold nor hot but just slightly warm. Then adding some sugar, salt and yeast, and stir and mix them all together. Adding melted butter into this. And now I'm adding flour and combine them all together. I'm using the rear end of a wooden spoon and it makes the process much easier. We need to make sure all our ingredients are mixed well and there are no dry patches left behind. And that's it. Our bread dough is now ready and it took only less than 3 minutes for us to prepare this dough. And now let's wrap it with a cling film and let the dough sit and rise in a warm environment for 1 hour. And now let's prepare the fruit mix for our bread. Into a bowl, I'm adding half a cup of raisins. I've used a mix of golden and regular raisins. Adding half a cup of cranberries, half a cup of currants, and half a cup of dehydrated cherries. And now to add that festive flavor, I'm adding a half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder and 1/4 of a teaspoon of cardamom powder. And I'm also adding 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. And to enhance the taste of our fruit bread, I'm also adding vanilla sugar. We can use vanilla extract as well. I mix everything together to form a homogeneous mixture. So it's been 1 hour. Our bread dough has risen slightly. We need to mix our fruits and flavors into this dough. So I'm adding a good part of our fruit mix on to the top of the dough and then press and mix it with the dough. We are actually deflating the dough completely and at the same time incorporating the fruits into this. Adding some more on top and then I'm pulling the dough from the sides of the bowl and folding it into the center. Actually, we don't want to overwork our dough, and in this way it's so easy to mix the fruits into the dough and we will not overwork the dough. And while handling the dough, if you find the dough sticking to your hands, please don't use any extra flour. Use some oil and grease your hands and handle the dough. And now transfer this dough onto a clean work surface. And now let's shape our bread dough. Just press the dough and form it into the shape of a rectangle whose breadth matches the length of our baking tin. And now roll the dough to form the shape of a log and place this into the greased loaf tin with the same side down. And wrap it with a cling film, and our dough is now ready for the final rising. So keep the tray in a warm environment to rise for 80 to 90 minutes. This dough requires slightly longer rising time as it contains loads of fruits in it. So after 90 minutes, our dough has risen well, and now carefully brush the top with some egg wash. This will give that golden brown color and shine to our bread when baked. And now it's ready to go into the oven. So bake it at 350 Fahrenheit for 34 to 35 minutes, and then reduce the temperature to 325 Fahrenheit and bake for another 4 to 5 minutes. And after baking, we'll get a beautiful loaf of fruit bread that smells amazing. Let the bread sit in the pan for 2 minutes and then demold it. And I'm applying some butter on top of the bread while it is still warm, which will make the crust even more softer, and let it cool down completely before slicing. And this cooling down is also the part of cooking process, as the steam which is entrapped within will help to cook the bread completely. And this fruit bread is denser than a regular bread. It's not light and fluffy. It has lots of fruits in it, and the smell of cardamom and all those spices really boost the deliciousness of this bread. And I personally love to make this bread in the evening so that we can make a delicious French toast in the morning. This bread is one of the best breads that is great for making French toast. Making this French toast is simpler than a regular one. So to make the egg mix, I'm using 2 eggs and adding a tablespoon of sugar, a pinch of salt, and 1/4 of a cup of milk, and stir and mix them all together. We don't need to add any spices or vanilla flavor into this, as our bread is deliciously flavored with all those spices. So place the pan over low to medium heat, and into the hot pan add some butter, and then place the bread slice that is dipped in egg mix, and then cook on both sides until they turn golden in color. And now serve it hot. And each of those bites contain juicy fruits and the heavenly aroma of spices. And I hope you found this no-knead fruit bread recipe simple and easy to make, and hope you will make this at home. And I'm pretty sure you will love this. And if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, and please don't forget to share this recipe with your friends and family who love homemade bread. And thank you so much for your love and support, and thanks for watching this video. See you next time.